Alright, the next thing that we're going to need to do is we need to adjust our margins. And the reason why is because the margin on the first content page is going to be different from the margins on the following content pages. This margin here on the cover page is likely set up as it should be, especially if you used a template that is already used by the company or that you were requested to do by the course. So what we're going to do is we're going to move over to this third page and we're going to take a look at how to adjust that margin. It's pretty easy to do because you've put in section breaks and you can see that there is a section break right there, and so because of that we can allow this page to change without this page changing. So what we're going to do is we're going to click right in front of management. We're going to go up to the word page layout on the menu bar and we're going to go down to the words custom margins. According to Pitman, you want your first starting line on the very first page to begin 1.5 or 2 inches down. So in this case it's about 1.13 and we're going to just make it 1.5. When I select 1.5 and I click on OK, watch what happens here and what does not happen here. So because we have that section break, it moves the first page down, but this page remains the same. So what we need to do now with the second page is, according to Pitman, the first line on the next page, that is the second page of content, has to be about 1 inch down. So I'll click in front of designated staffing positions. I'll go back up to the word margins and I will go down to custom margins. In this case, right now it's 1.13, so I'll bring it back to 1. I'll click on OK. Now, this is okay for this page because medical office procedures in the header is separated from the first title. But as we continue to scroll down, what you can see is that this appears to be very close to the header and this one is far away. And the reason why is because I have one paragraph break here and no paragraph break there. There's a paragraph break on the second page of content and there's no paragraph breaks here. Because you've already set up your sections and because this is the second to the last page, it's okay to put in a paragraph break manually. Normally you wouldn't do that, particularly near the beginning of the document, because it would change the entire document. But because I only have to work with one final page, I will do that here. So I'm going to click in front of the A in administrative meetings and I'm going to press enter on my keyboard once. That puts in the paragraph space that is consistent with the previous pages. It's a little farther away from the header and aesthetically it looks better. Problem is, it also separated ordering supplies and the paragraph below. So I just highlight that information as you've done before with other paragraphs, making sure that in fact you just have the paragraph itself. And because I do not want that space afterwards, I'm going to go back and make sure that it is correct. And I am then going to go over to Home on the menu bar, select the paragraph dialog box, and keep the lines together. I click on OK, and because I'm now on the very last page of my document, I can click in front of ordering supplies. I click once, I put in one paragraph break, and then just to make sure that in fact it is consistent, I'll go over to page layout. Go down to the word custom margins and see what it says. In fact, it is still 1 inch. So what I've done now is I have listed all of the pages as they should be. I'm just going to go back to make sure that there is in fact no extra paragraph spaces that should be there. And if it looks fairly consistent, especially at the top of the page, Bob's your uncle. You're good to go with the table of contents. Yes, I see that there are 2 paragraph spaces here and here, and that's acceptable for a table. On to the table of contents. We're almost done.